So it happened. Kevin Hayes has been traded to the Winnipeg Jets for a first-round pick, Brendan Lemieux, and a conditional fourth in 2022. That fourth will not be seen. The Jets are not winning the Stanley Cup. I'm going to break down the trade, and then we'll get into the emotional part. As Ranger fans, we are very upset about this. Not very upset. It doesn't even come close to the Zook trade, but we'll get into that. Breaking this trade down, I have to give it a B+. At the start of the deadline, I would have expected to get back a top prospect with a first, but then that market kind of plummeted. I blame Ottawa mostly for those shenanigans. And as I'm filming this, Mark Stone actually did just get traded to where I currently live now, Las Vegas. So looking back at it, for what the market was, the Zook trade was very fair. Kevin Hayes, this trade was pretty fair. We get back a gritty 22-year-old Brendan Lemieux along with a first-round pick. Let's break down this first-round pick here. That could become very serious. Winnipeg's nosediving real quick, and I don't think Kevin Hayes is going to turn that around completely. It's going to be very interesting to see where they end up. I'm hoping they just continue this nosedive. Sorry to Kevin Hayes, I love you, but I would love to see them even miss the playoffs. Not going to happen, but a first-round boot, and now we're looking at a 20th overall pick as opposed to in the late 20s or even 30. We are, as a Ranger fans, we're looking at a potential 3 first-round picks. I think Tampa will win the Cup. That will give us 3. Dallas isn't winning 2 rounds. Forget about it. So we're looking at 6 picks in the first 2 rounds anyway. So what I get after this trade deadline is we are in it for the long haul. We're stockpiling picks, not players. I do think we're going to be... I'm getting off track. We're going to stick to the trade. I do think we're going to be way better next year, actually. But I'll get to that next week. And then this Brendan Lemieux signing is actually very, very underrated. I like it. He's 22. He showed he could score in the AHL with Manitoba. He had 9 goals in the NHL so far this year in like 40 somewhat games. So he seems like a depth forward, but what he brings is toughness and some size. He's, I believe, 6'1", 205 or something. But he's a feisty, gritty guy. And that's something we were missing here in New York for so many years. And that answers the question of where the toughness is going to come from now that McQuaid is gone. With a team from 18 to 24-year-olds, sorry, there's a car passing. I'm on my way to class. I'm just getting this over with real quick to pop some content out. But yeah, I always wondered where the toughness was going to come from. We're like sitting ducks if we throw a team of 18 to 24-year-olds out there with no toughness whatsoever. I actually thought we were going to sign Lawson Krause in the offseason, but again, now that's negated now. That's a story for another day. Overall, I'm very pleased with this trade deadline at the end of the day now. We clear some cap space. We're projected to probably have $21 million this offseason. So hopefully we could go figure this defense out. But the future's bright in New York. I was very mad at Jeff Gorton at first, but you know what? Props to him. We have a lot of picks, and the future is bright. Kevin Hayes, I'm gonna miss you, man. I've watched you grow from a lazy liability on defense who didn't put up enough points to make up for it to someone who actually became very reliable, almost became very loved in this locker room, and the fan base began to love you. I think you're a bonehead sometimes, don't get me wrong. I love how I'm talking like I'm talking to him. But, yeah, I really enjoyed watching you develop into the second-line center you are. And I wish you the best of luck wherever you end up after this season. And in Winnipeg, it's tough to see you go, but it's a business, man. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. And, yeah, let's go Rangers.